Disruptions known as Zoom bombing are happening more often as virtual meetings have become part of our everyday lives.
Bob, it was just last night. The Utah Independent Redistricting Commission was forced to end its meeting when it was bombarded by lewd and racist content. John FRANCHI has the story.
Tuesday night was not the first time this happened here in Utah. Back in February, a virtual gathering at Salt Lake Community College was also Zoom bombed. Many times, these meetings rely on the good faith of the participants, and for law enforcement, charging somebody with a crime isn't exactly easy. The internet keeps us connected while the threat of COVID-19 keeps us apart. But all the benefits of the virtual world are countered by the numerous opportunities for people to act out anonymously.
There's been an increased amount of cybercrime. Mostly, I think what's more visual or visible is the Zoom bombings that seems to get a lot of attention.
Sergeant Jeffrey Plank is a cybercrime specialist with the State Bureau of Investigation. These Zoom bombings, while annoying and disruptive, aren't always criminal.
And it depends on every situation, and we have to, of course, assess what was said, what was done, what was shown on the screen in each case.
Take Tuesday's meeting, for example. The content of the Zoom bombing was disturbing, but it didn't cross the line of being illegal. February's incident at Salt Lake Community College was a bit different. Some of the images bombed on the screen contained alleged child pornography. But in that case, and many others, those responsible find ways to cover their trail.
We ran down all the IP addresses that we could, and what we found was they were all either foreign IP addresses, some all over the world, frankly. We had some in Spain, we had some in Brazil, we had some in Germany. And so, we were only having authority outside of the country.
In fact, some of those addresses came back to virtual private networks, companies that shield the identities of their users. No one's been arrested in the Salt Lake Community College case or similar ones in Utah.
I am not aware of anyone being charged for a Zoom bombing in our state.
The cyber world is one more area where we all need to be more vigilant. This virtual world that keeps us connected can't disconnect those with bad intentions.
The surge of people kind of working at home did increase cybercrime across the country.
And that redistricting commission will meet again in 2 weeks. They plan to have more security on their virtual platforms to prevent what happened on Tuesday from happening again. On the Hill, John FRANCHI, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Well, here are some ways that you and your family can protect yourself and your Zoom meetings from hackers.
Information technology experts at BYU suggest generating a random meeting ID instead of using your personal meeting ID, which allows people to join at any time with a link. You can also add a password for more security or use the waiting room feature, which allows you to see who has joined before you start. You can restrict meeting participants from screen sharing, keep them muted, or stop their video. We have much more about how to do all of this at fox13now.com.